Hi guys, welcome back to another program with Adventure Beast. Today I want to show you my vehicle. I've had a few requests via email and so forth. Please can I show the guys that don't know how to set up a vehicle. First of all, I am no pro. I am no 4x4 mega store. Everything I've done was DIY. It has been working for me for 2 years now. I've had no issues with my setup. I'm going to show you my setup and you guys can follow the direction. You can follow your own direction. For me, my setup is my hobby. I enjoy putting things together, working with electrical stuff, globes, lights, working with my hands. That's what I enjoy doing. So you'll always see I'm busy building something in my car to keep me busy, and my wife reckons it keeps me out of trouble. Firstly, what I want to do, I want to thank each and every one of you for viewing my channel. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for your comments and your questions. I really enjoy answering you guys. If I haven't answered any of you, I do apologize. Just ask me again. My admin is not always the best, but I try and keep on top of it. So like you've seen in my previous videos, I've had issues with getting punctures. I've had a couple of flat wheels already. I've repaired my punctures myself, and I've got 2 puncture repair kits in my vehicle. I can access one from the back, and I've got one inside my vehicle. So at any given time, if one of you guys are stuck next to the road, I can always try and assist if I'm nearby, and also repairing my own punctures. So what I've decided to do, there's a lot of newbies out there, guys who's only starting 4x4ing, overlanding now. They're only starting to camp now. Not everybody has all the gear and the equipment. It is an expensive startup to do. So what I've decided from Adventure Beast is that we are going to give away 1 tire repair kit. It's not that biggie. It's not a huge deal, but it's a very nice kit to keep in your door panel. It's close by, it's small, and it's got everything in there you need. The instructions are in there. You get a glue and you get some gloves. So all you have to do is very, very simple. Just subscribe, like, share, and drop me your email address. I can put all the email addresses in the drawer and we'll choose a lucky winner. Unfortunately, for now, there's only one. I will get another one. But yeah, we'll lucky draw this one for all the email addresses that we receive, and I will courier it to you, or contact you on email, or get your address. I'll courier it to you, and I promise you guys, I'm not going to use your email addresses to bombard you with spam. I hate spam emails. I just delete them. I don't even read them anymore. I'm not going to send you emailers, and I'm not going to send you messages. I'm just going to contact you for your address, and I can send this off to you, to the lucky draw winner. So I hope that's something to look forward to. And all you new guys that haven't got all the kit yet, very simple to get, won't cost you anything, and then let's see who wins this. Okay, so I think first thing we need to do is the kitchen. I've explained to you guys so many times that I'm a coffee pot. So the kitchen was one of my very first inventions. Like I said in the beginning, guys, please, this is no pro, no fancy machinery used. It's all done by hand. Yes, it could be done neater. It could be machined, but I've done it my way for now. And yes, my build is going to carry on in the next year. We are changing a few things. We are waiting for a few things, but all of these things take time, unfortunately. Yeah, I have stuff manufactured. That's still going to take about 6 weeks. Once I get it, obviously I'll show you guys what I've done. But for now, this is my very basic setup. Please understand something. I try and do my things cost effectively. So everything I've done is a fraction of the price what you could be paying somewhere else. And it is your personal taste. It is, if you want to go to a pro, if you don't know how to, I'm happy for you, it's good. I like to do things my way, so it's cool. So let's start. I'm babbling on. Okay, so this is not properly done. It is not perfectly neat. I understand that, but it's practical for me, it works. So what I have done here, I've had the alu-cap kitchen fitted, and I got a high density foam, and then I marked out my mugs, my jet boil for my hot water, obviously my coffee plunger, I've got a kettle, I've got bowls, I've got plates, and then I've got a container for knives and forks. Okay, so what I've done, I've marked this out, I've taken blades, I've taken a long sharp blade and I've cut everything out by hand, and it works. I've got a chopping board inside here, and yes, so forth. I've got my sugar container, I've got my filter coffee, I've got my gas for my jet boil. Before anybody comments, I know this is not the jet boil gas, however it's the only one I could get at the time. And I've got some hot chocolate and Nescafe sachets. So I've got my full kitchen here. At any given time I can stop next to the road anywhere I am, and I can make a fresh cup of coffee. I can have a nice hot chocolate, I can warm me up in the snow. This is not the neatest, this is not the smartest, but for me, once again, it's practical. I've got my primer for my gas bottle here, I've got my wash basin here, it's one of those collapsible wash basins. I've got another gas stove, I've got my Indiflate, and I've got my cutlery in the clean container. All my stuff is clean, it's nicely hidden away, it's practically just popping one strap, and I can reach everything here. It is all close by, it's practical, we can cook, we can boil, we can go mad, and it's not a big job, it's not a big issue. Okay, so if I just loosen this one strap, like I said to you guys, it's simple. We've got clean cutlery. Let me just pack this here for now. I've got my Indiflate, it is close by, it's easy accessible. I've got it within seconds, I can inflate or deflate tires wherever I go. So I've got that close by. Now the wife says she's hungry, she wants to make a toast of cheese or something. Fantastic, my babe. I've got a gas stove, which I'll just put down here for now. I'll show you guys now how that works. And then I've got my pop-out basin, the wrong way around. And there's my basin. So I can wash dishes, I can wash my cups. I'm going to show you guys the water and electricity now. And pop up, simple, quick and easy. So I've also got a dripping tray, quite simple, same theory. This just pops out like this. We can wash dishes, put my dishes in here, and it can drip dry. So I've got that. And then I've got my, just a secondary cooker. Put this on my gas bottle. I've got a pot, I can put my pot here and I can cook a stew or whatever I want to do, boil water. And yes, we can cook food with this. Okay, so now this is the basic kitchen setup that I've got currently. Yes, my whole kitchen is going to change. I am in the process of designing and manufacturing a drawer system for the vehicle with a kitchen and a stove in it, so we won't have all these loose items lying around. But for now, this has worked for me. This is a simple way of doing things. If you don't want to spend money on a drawer system now, you can stack your items, you can get to it very easily. Right, so the next thing I want to show you what I've done. I'll show you my air compressor from the rear end just now. But I've got these hooks into my canopy roof, into the sliders. The 10mm bolts that you just turn, create the little ring hooks. And then I've used Velcro. And that, if I loosen the Velcro, I get to my air compressor hose. And it is automatically on, it is plugged in. All I have to do to work it, I don't have to run leads or anything, it's all wired into my electrical panel, which we'll get to in a bit, is I just lean over and I switch it on. I've automatically got air. I can inflate whatever needs to be inflated, any form of tires or anything like that. Alright, so let me just dump this down here for now. And on the same hook, just for safety's sake, security's sake, or to help someone, or if I run out of battery power, I've got my jumper leads attached to the same hook with Velcro. So I can always try and assist whoever needs assistance, or if my battery's flat, I can jump myself from my batteries at the back. Right, then chatting about my electrical box that I've got. I've built the box myself. I went to all the outdoor camping places and I bought all these round switches. You can see they're all coming on. I've got a USB. I've got two 12-volt plugs for lights or whatever I need. So I've got enough plug points to charge cameras, connect lights, do what I need to do. So I've done that in my box. Each plug has got its own fuse. I've got a fuse box here at the back. I decided that I want each plug on its own fuse. So if one circuit goes, I've still got 5 other plugs I can use. It's just my own way of wiring and doing things. And then I've got the N-gauge battery indicator here. So this is a Bluetooth unit. I've connected it straight onto my 2 auxiliary batteries. I can go on my phone inside the vehicle while I drive, and I can all the time I can see what voltage my batteries are on. For some of the reason it might not charge, it might run down. This little Bluetooth device helps me to keep tabs on my battery power. Then lastly, I have plugged in my air compressor with a blue Harrison plug. I know everybody says use one color, so if you break a plug, then you can just replace it simply with one plug. You don't have to carry different colors with you because they fit differently. They plug into each other differently. Each color is different. I thought it was quite cool, and I went and I used blue for my compressor. So this is my compressor wire. It's permanently plugged in, permanently on. I can use it at any given time. Okay guys, then on my battery box, my power box, you see I've got these 2 blue boxes. This is my own gimmick. It's my own little DIY project. I know you get wiring harnesses for these things. I've just created my own because I had the parts. And these are normal gate switches. Okay, so why did I do that? For the simple reason I can put my external lights on my vehicle on a normal gate remote. I can be in my tent, I click the button and the lights go on and off. Very simple, very easy to do. I just like my gimmicks. Alright, so like I've just explained to you about my little gimmick, my DIY gate switch. So these are the lights I was telling you about. I can be anywhere in camp, especially wild camping. I can sit by the fire, I can hear something, and I just remote switch my lights. I've got 4 lights around my vehicle. I'll also use it as a reverse light in the bush, night light, work light, whichever lights you want to call it. I like to know what's happening around me. So these are my lights working off a normal gate remote. Quite simple like that. And then I've got my new rooftop tent, which I'll open for you guys in a bit. On top of my tent is simple. I can stand here on my tow bar, or I can open my flap and I can get to my recovery gear, which has been used. I had somebody one day stopping me in a restaurant and say, why do I have these things on my car? This bucky doesn't need it. Guys, whether it is any brand, I don't care what brand it is, we all get stuck. We all laugh about it, we all joke about it. We tell each other our war stories. When you go overlanding, and let me be honest, when you go looking for trouble, you're going to need recovery gear, doesn't matter what vehicle you drive. So be sure you can help yourself. Okay guys, so we all need recovery gear. It's a necessity for any overlander. I don't care what brand vehicle you drive, doesn't matter what you drive, as long as we all enjoy the outdoors, as long as we all enjoy where we camp and what we go and look for on the untraveled roads. Alright, so the tent I'll open up in a bit for you. I'll explain to you about that. And then on my tent as well, I've got 2 runners. I've bolted on a nice solar panel there, so it doesn't matter where I am outside in the outdoors, we have solar power as well. We will talk about the charger in a bit. And this is my exterior light setup. Alright, so another thing I want to tell you about is I've got a 270-degree awning. This is a normal 10-co awning, and let me tell you, I've had good service out of this awning. It was one of the more affordable awnings. It's a proper sturdy aluminium bracket. It's got its own legs on the ends, which just folds out. Very simple to open. You unzip the whole thing, turn it around, and you tie it to one of your hooks around here. And your awning is open all the way to the back. It's a proper shade awning, and it works like a dream. To close it, pull it back, you roll it up, zip it up, and you're done. It literally takes, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, and your awning is sorted. It is a long awning. It is weight on your vehicle, but overlanding and camping in the middle of nowhere, it does get hot, and we need shade. Alright, so coming to the back of my vehicle, we have a 90-liter fridge. Yeah, we sometimes overdo things, don't know why. We always think bigger is better, it's not always. But we travel a lot. Because of the place where we live, we go to Cape Town quite often, and we buy a lot of frozen items in Cape Town and we bring it back home. So the 90-liter works actually quite well. Let me explain something to you guys about this fridge. It is a Flex fridge, a Flex Adventures. They sell these fridges. It's a Bluetooth fridge. I also have my Bluetooth modules inside that works off my phone. The fridge is already Bluetooth. It also works with the app on your phone. And these are one of the most amazing fridges that I've had. I've got a National Lunar fridge as well, a much smaller one that I use in my trailer van. But I do love this fridge. Easy to clean. It's proper. I've stacked the fridge side up full of meat. I'll put it on minus 20, and in a day it starts freezing up totally. It works very well. I'm very impressed with this fridge. The service is fantastic. I've had one little issue, but it was due to my own fault. I called them up, I asked them to please help me out. The boys at Flex Adventures were just too kind to help me. Their service is fantastic. Okay, so I can definitely recommend them. Hit them on Facebook, you can Google them, Flex Adventures. They've got a lot of different fridges, freezers, tire deflators. They've got a lot of products. Their products are good. In any case, moving on. So here at the back you can see I've got my compressor already strapped onto a platform that I created there at the back. So you'll see I've got my bin. We'll show you the water tank and the batteries in a bit. I've got a little parcel shelf there, and on that parcel shelf I've got all my loose items strapped in. I've got my air compressor strapped in, and then I've got a camp light strapped in, and I've got my gas bottle strapped in, because I used to have my gas bottle on my roof. Wasn't very happy with it. It rattled quite a bit. Although I tied it down and I clamped it down as tight as I could, when we go over stones and rocks, you hear this metal go clink clink clink. It used to drive me insane. Now it's here in the back, I can't hear it. Out of my way. Then you'll see I went to Outdoor Warehouse and I bought a Trail Boss 1000 watt inverter. So I've got 220 volts in my car, and the 220 volts works like a dream. I've got a 3-point plug with a 2-point plug for 220 volts, and I can use it at any given time, plug something in. Yes, I do have to check my wattage. So guys, if you buy inverters and you want to run a coffee machine or a kettle or a hairdryer, please do me a favor and just check first the wattage on your item. The wattage on the item can be more than 1000 watts, and then your inverter will not work. It will go into safe mode. Okay, so lastly on this side of the vehicle, you'll see I've got an ammo box. So I just pull out this ammo box here, and that ammo box has got all my recovery gear in there. There's tree trunk protectors, there's toe straps in there, there's snatch straps in there, I've got proper shackles in there, I've got another tire repair kit in there, and then I've got some loose tools in there. So that is my recovery box. It's always in my vehicle, I never take it out. We never know what happens. You might need to help somebody next to the road, or when you get stuck on a camp, you've got your kit with you. I understand it's right at the back. It is difficult to get to, especially if you're fully loaded, which I normally am. But like I said, we are working on that project. Lastly, what I've done is a little DIY project. I've put my fridge on a slider. This used to be a full drawer system. That DIY drawer system did not work for me at the time. I took half of it out. I left the fridge on a slider, and I've created myself a worktop. So all you do is you pull this out, you've got a leg, and I've got a proper worktop to work on. I can cook, make my coffee, and do whatever I need to do here. Yes, I know my legs are low. Okay, so at the time when I built this, I did not have air suspension, and my vehicle was lower at the back than what it is in front. My vehicle was driving at an angle. Then in the meantime I had air suspension fitted, and it lifted the back, and now my table's not level. I'm not going to kill myself about the table right now because of the whole change that might be coming pretty soon. I don't want to do a double job, so we'll do it once. For now, this is working. I can still use it. I'm not too bothered about it. Okay, so then on this side, I've got the ladder for my tent. I've got my recovery airbag that I put under the car to lift the car in a situation. I've got my gas bottle here. Like I said, I can't hear it at all. It's dead quiet. And then this is the other side of my electrical box, as you can see. I've got my camping light here, which I take out. Very simple. I've got a portable light. This is where the 220 volt really helps. I've got a battery charger permanently plugged in. I can charge my batteries for my camp light, and off we go. So I've got a charger, batteries, light, I'm sorted. Then lastly, on this side of the vehicle, I have a water tank here. I've got a plug that I plug in like this, and then I've got my hose, and all I need to do is I just switch on, and I've got running water. So I've simple, my own little invention, my own DIY system. I've got a 50-litre tank with a submersible tiny little pump, and below that I've got two 105 amp batteries. Okay, so lastly on this vehicle on the inside, I've got a gas geyser. Yes, we need to shower, we need to keep clean, wash dishes. So I've got a portable gas geyser. I just loosen the strap, I hook it onto the side of my vehicle. I've got hot water. I've got a hose pipe. I connect my water tank onto the geyser. I've got hot water, and I can have a nice warm shower in the middle of winter. Okay, so here I've got my 10Co shower cubicle. It's a fantastic lightweight little kit. Unzip it here, fold out the two arms, and you've got a 4-section cubicle with a back pocket in it for your soaps that you can use to shower in. You can use it as a portable toilet. You've got your privacy wherever you are. You can have a proper shower. Nobody bothers you except wild animals. And that's my kit of my vehicle. Right guys, so I've got my step ladder that I got with my tent. It's an all-in-one. So it's an Overlander made by Desert Products. It really is an amazing tent. It comes with 2 power points on both sides, one at each side. And also I did research rooftop tents before I bought one. I looked at every brand out there. I weighed up options, I weighed up different setups, I weighed up price. I first had the 10K rooftop tent, the one with the canvas cover. You take the cover off, then you fold it open, then you have to put your tent up. I found that to be a whole lot of work for me. We went on a tour, we came back, and I nearly stopped overlanding camping because of that tent. Yes, for some people it's not an issue. For me it was. It's a lot of work. It takes 2 people to fold it up, put the cover over, which was very difficult at one stage. In any case, so that was too much work. I sold that tent, got rid of it. And then I started looking at rooftop tents, hard shell, one that I can leave my bedding in, because we kept on transferring bedding up and down. Again, for me it's the ease of things. I don't want to repack and unpack every day. So inside here we've got our pillows, we've got our duvet, we're ready to go any given time. Right, so a quick setup of the tent. You've got 2 hooks that it's got to hook into, and it's very easy. Slide that point in there, and you slide this point in here, like this. Put your lock in there, and you pull it down, and you've got a sturdy step ladder. Easier than that you can't get. It's quite simple, quite easy. Then the next step will be is we come to the back. We just unclip the hooks at the back. 2 simple hooks. What I normally do is I open my back, I get on my lid. Okay, so I've unlatched the 2 back ends. It carries the weight of my recovery gear and my solar panel, so the shocks are strong enough for that. And you just push up, and simple as that. Now you've got an elastic. I'll just move it down to the bottom like this. Okay, so you take the 2 springs, there's a hole drilled here, you just slide it into the hole, and you just hook your canopy onto that, and you hook your canopy onto this, and there you have it. You've got a big door on this side with a mosquito net, which is fantastic. And then what I do, I just get down, close here, and I've got a tent to sleep in. It's very simple. Tent is built within minutes. I've got a door on either side with a window. And let me go and show you what the tent is about on the inside. Alright guys, so here we are inside the tent. It really is a comfy tent, considering I'm very close to 2 meters tall. I can actually sleep inside here, and it's big enough for my wife and myself. I must say it is rigged with some really nice gadgets. Like you've noticed, I like my gadgets. So each side has got a plug. So here you've got a switch and a 12-volt plug with a voltmeter, and on the other side you've got another Brad Harrison plug with another 12-volt switch for USB. And then what really makes this very cool is you've got 2 lights. You've got one right in front, and then you've got orange light on top, which can change to white light or orange light, which helps for insects late at night. And the other cool thing is you've got a laptop table. So you can sit in the tent and you can watch a movie or work or edit your videos like I do. And also then on either side of this little table is another little drop down, which you can use to charge cell phones, but my coffee mug actually fits there quite well. So that's very, very cool. And then you've got ample packing space. You've got bags on either side of your tent. And then on top, you've got some more storage compartments, which is lovely. There's a lot of pros and cons to this tent. I am going to be honest with you. I have two major problems, but it's not a problem that I don't want this tent. I still want this tent, but I think it is something to just rethink. Okay, so the one problem I do have with this tent is that your fly sheet is on the inside. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I don't understand this. You guys can gladly comment on your rooftop tent and how yours work. But if you want to roll up your window at night when you're sleeping and it's hot, you need to open up your mosquito net first. Then roll up your outside window. And by that time you've got 100,000 mosquitoes in here. And then you can only zip your mosquito fly net again. Which I would think it actually should have been other way around. You should open the window from the inside without having to open your fly sheet. That is the one thing. Okay, my problem number two with this tent is that it is a pro and a con that your fly sheet, the ventilation holes are extremely small. The good thing about that is you don't get insects in it, which is fantastic. Imagine a mosquito around your ear or not. The con about this is that very little air actually flows through here while you're sleeping. So when it's very hot, you don't have proper airflow. Those are my only two issues with this entire tent. The mattress is comfy. You've got a power switch, you've got a light switch on either side of your mattress. You've got enough lighting in here. You've got enough height. I can stand on my knees and get dressed. It's fantastic. It's an awesome tent, and you'll see it literally takes a few seconds to build. Right, so guys, power to the tent, very simple. They supply you with a power cable, which is a cigarette lighter cable, or with a Brad Harrison. Take your Brad Harrison and you just plug it in there, and you can plug this into any cigarette lighter socket you've got. I've got mine in front there, and that will give power to your tent for your chargers or whatever you need power for. Alright guys, so we are nearly done with this walkthrough. Now the simple part is, let's break this down. You literally take out the springs. I just keep everything close by. Pulling out your springs. Then I take my two corners here. Move this out of the way. And I cross fold them like this. Then take this elastic up, which is cool because it pulls everything in for you while you close, and you pull down the strap. Very simple like this. And then I just leave the strap there, wait for the air to come out, and then I just fold everything inwards. Anything that can pop out on the sides, I just fold them all nicely in like this. Make sure nothing pops out on the side and the back and the back. Right. One little piece still to go. Just push it in. Guys, there's your tent folded. All your bedding still inside. And no issue, no fuss. Your house is packed up within minutes. I didn't time that. You can time it now on the screen. But yes, quite simple. Alright guys, so that's a walkthrough on my bakkie. Like you can see, it all is a DIY job, but that said, I've got everything in here I need. So, alright guys, so the one thing I've not explained to you about my build yet is the DC to DC charger. It's an extremely inexpensive unit. It's a fantastic little tool. I've had them in 2 of my vehicles now. I fitted one into my camp trailer as well. It's a tiny little unit. Unfortunately, it's so packed away that I can't show you, but I will leave a description of the unit in the description. So it's a little unit. You have a cable running from your main battery to that unit, the actual DC charger. You have your solar cables running down into your solar charger. Then you have your 2 batteries connected onto your solar charger. So when you drive, the car will charge the batteries, and the little unit will automatically switch between solar or battery charge or car charge. Once you park your vehicle somewhere, the unit will switch over, it will charge from solar, and your batteries stay charged all the time. My 2 batteries and my charger unit runs my 100-litre fridge, and I never switch my fridge off. My fridge stays on permanently in my vehicle, so any given time I can open it up and there's an ice cold drink in there. And my batteries last, my charger lasts, everything lasts. I don't run out of power, although it is not a lithium battery. It's a normal deep cycle battery, but I do have 2 of them. And then, yeah, for the amount of power that I need for my lights, my fridge, I've got enough power here. Some point I will change over to lithium, I will get there. But for now this works, and like I said, it's extremely inexpensive. So guys, for now, thank you to each and one of you viewing my channel, viewing this program. Please, if you have any questions, just drop me a message. I will get back to you. Leave me an email address. I will contact you if you want me to. Like I said, I'm not going to use your email addresses for spam messages. I'm not interested in that. But gladly comment. I don't mind your comments. I enjoy your comments. All the comments so far has been positive. So that's a very nice thing. It's a good thing. Thank you to you guys. Please, can I ask you all one big favor? Like, share and subscribe. I need this. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. But lastly, before we go, please don't forget your tire repair kit competition. It's free to enter. There's no cost to it. And it's a little kit that will gladly be given to you guys. I will courier it to you. And it's a little kit to keep in your car, and it will help you one day. Alright, so for now I'm going to say cheers to all of you. I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you on the next road trip. We are planning something spectacular for next year. It is going to be something totally different. It is going to be a big one. Let's hope I can finish this planning and get this done. It is going to be amazing. For now this year, we've still got a couple of weekends planned. Snow season is coming again. I might go look for some trouble again. A friend Carl and myself, we might go looking hunting for snow. Like you guys saw last year, we got in a bit of trouble. But yeah, we do things crazy like that from time to time. Have a good one, guys. See you soon.